All right, welcome back to another edition of Technique Tuesday. Today we'll be analyzing the flat bench press. So there's three different variations of a bench press. There's flat bench, which we're going to go over today, incline bench, which we'll do in a couple weeks, and then decline bench we'll do a little bit after that. Each variation has a couple different muscle groups that they stress more than others. So today with bench press we're looking a lot at the whole pectoral muscle or your chest muscle, a little bit of your shoulders, a little bit of your lats, and a little bit of your rotator cuff. After we discuss all the muscles that we're using, then we'll head up to the weight room and show you a couple tips and tricks for mastering the bench press. Looking at the muscles that we're using during our bench press, at the top, bottom, and a lot of times throughout the movement, we're stabilizing with our rotator cuffs, lats, and our core. During the pressing movement, whether it's a negative or on the way up, we're using our upper pec, our lower pecs, a little bit of our triceps, and then our shoulders. Here we're looking at our elbow position during the movement. To start off with, we have our elbows pointed at about a 45-degree angle, which is optimizing all the muscles we use. Then we have a 0-degree angle, which is going to cause a lot of injuries with repeated use because we're pinching shoulder muscles. Then here we're tucking our elbows in and making it more of a tricep exercise. I should have a narrow grip for that. Now looking at the grips, when you're just doing a regular bench press, you got to go with what you feel, but it should be outside the shoulder blades so we have room for our elbows to move. Then we're going to go into a narrower grip. This is really going to activate the triceps. As you see, my elbows are tucked in, and it's allowed by our grip stance. Then here we're going to try a wide grip. This is used by powerlifters pretty often because they like to move the weight regardless of range of motion. So this really decreases the range of motion, allows them to move a lot of weight. What is our back doing while we bench? So a normal stance would be like what you see now, with the lower back slightly off the bench. Really activates our scapular muscles and allows us to move properly. Then there's the powerlifting stance, which is where you have a huge arch in your back. It does all the same stuff, but it decreases the range of motion, especially when paired with a wider grip. For our wrists, we want to have them stacked right above our elbows. It prevents a lot of injuries. If you hold the bar like this, your thumbs aren't strong enough to hold onto it and you're going to drop it on yourself. And then like this, we're really risking a wrist injury just because it's so out of line. Even though this is an upper body movement, our feet are super important here. You want to screw them into the ground, so you can either do it flat-footed or you can pull them up and have your toes screwed in there. That's another powerlifting stance. The last thing you want is for your feet to slip out from under you. Also, shameless plug for No Bull shoes. They're great. Hopefully they'll give me a sponsor. Using dumbbells is a great way if you're not super comfortable with the barbell. You can either do them both at the same time or alternating. Alternating gives you a nice isometric hold on whichever side isn't moving that can really improve muscle imbalances, but both ways are great. And as always, if you're not comfortable going to the gym or don't have access, push-ups are a great way to work the same muscles. You can also go on your knees if you're not as strong. We'll definitely be going over these in another Technique Tuesday. All right, I hope you enjoyed that, and let us know if your bench press improves or you need a little bit more help. Tune in next week for another Technique Tuesday, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to direct message us.